everybody. Thank you for coming today. I just want to do some few housekeeping rules first. Number one, the bathrooms are here and there and also over there. Also, my client will be coming in shortly. I just want to make sure that you all know that he will only be taking a few questions from the gallery. So please do not push or shove or shiv your neighbor to get your questions answered. So without further ado, Mr. Jar Oxenboon will be coming into the room now.
Hello. Thank you for gathering here today, dearly beloved. I know it's a big announcement here today. It's something that everyone saw coming, and that it's season 4 of Dopey Training for Slackers. I know it comes as no surprise at all because it was teased. If you look at previous videos, there's season 1, 2, and 3. So I'm here to announce that I know we might be a little behind the curve. People are already running like 5.5 miles for their long runs. You know, I ate like 1.5 cookies today already, and I'm here to announce we're here for you, fellow slackers around the globe. So I guess we're gonna start.
Yes, we'll take a few questions.
Mr. Spoon.
Yes, you press core lanyard.
My question is, what training plan are you planning on using in order to prepare yourself for your 4th Dopey Challenge?
You know, there's a former Olympian that has some good training plans. That's what a lot of people are using. We got some other friends that have some training plans, Coach HJ. But you know, we're gonna do our own thing, see what floats our bubble. I don't think that's a real saying, but it is now. It's gonna float our bubble. And if you know, it says we're gonna run 5.5 miles, we're gonna feel if we're gonna do it. I think 1 out of 5 slackers, actually 0 out of 5 slackers did that today. One of them in particular did 3 miles. The rest of us did not do anything. And I think one is in bed right now, but who shall remain nameless. But you can probably figure it out who's not here in this video already. But that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna go out there, put one foot in front of the other, and do our best to do our best.
We will take another question from the gallery now.
Mr. Jar.
Yes, you with the J. Crow for Mayor of the Lake.
We have a question from one of our correspondents, Mr. Adam Holt Adventures, and he asks, if you could have one park snack available at a water stop, what would it be?
Well, Mr. Adam Holt Adventures, you know, I think there was a comment that you're sorry that you're gonna miss this year's festivities or next year's festivities. So we shall miss your glorious hair and beard at the beginning of the race weekends and also during. It's always great hanging out with you. But to go with your question, I think we ate too many honey stingers during the last marathon. I think we need something salty along the course. So, you know, the thing that is liquid gold for Run Disney runners is that cheese that comes with the Mickey pretzels.
Let's say you need that vehicle to go with that cheese.
Yeah, you got to get the you know, pretend this is a pretzel. It's not. It's a maple cookie.
Pretend
this is the cheese. You take it at mile 12, mile 14, 18, whatever, and you dip it in there. It's too big. Probably gonna have to vacuum here afterwards. But you know, not gonna always take it at the miles because sometimes you're losing salt, you're losing sodium when you're running. Who knows what temperature it's gonna be? It's really hot and we're sweating and we're all moist and glistening. We just gotta get that salt back in us. So if it's not a pickle in a pouch, let's get that Mickey pretzel with the cheese.
As you can tell, the client has he needs the training even in the talking to the people. So just have a little bit of grace for him as he goes through this process of Dopey training.
I know how to talk good.
Mr. Spoon, we have another question from one of our correspondents in the great San Antonio, Texas, fairy tale runner, otherwise known as Estrella. Along the vein of fueling, thinking about your whole training in general, Miss Fairy Tale Runner is wondering, what is the ideal fueling plan for Dopey? Because we're tick-tocking on Dopey training. It's only 5 months to go, I believe. So what is your plan that you can impart to the rest of us?
the ideal fueling plan for Dopey is anything and everything.
Yeah, anything goes.
Anything goes with Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
What I have found out is when you go to the Disney place, who's going to be good at what they're eating? Not us.
No.
We're going to eat whatever. We might be a little cautious. No, wait. No. Actually, we don't. What we're going to eat at, like, what's that place called that we eat at?
Leho.
Yeah?
Yes.
Morimoto?
There, Morimoto. We had Morimoto before the full last year. We've eaten at Liberty Tree Tavern before halves, so that is acceptable. But you can eat anything you want during this training plan because when you go to Disney World, you're gonna eat whatever also. So why not just practice eating junk and running? Because when you actually run the marathon, the half marathon, 10K and the 5K, you're probably gonna be eating junk also. And it goes back to a story back a few years ago when me and Jay Crows actually ran and trained. We were simulating for an upcoming Star Wars race. So one day we did 5K, the 10K the next day, and a half marathon the next day. I believe we started on a Friday or Thursday, and that Thursday for lunch, I ate some great Indian food. So ran a 5K with that Indian food, 10K the next day. Actually, I think we ran on 10K day. So that evening, after eating Indian food lunch, ate some Indian food, which I already just said right now, and then ran the 10K and the half marathon the next morning. So if I can fuel with the intricate and strong spices of spicy India food, endorsement implied. If you ever come through the Storybook capital of America, some of the best Indian food you'll have.
Period. Not just here. Period.
Yeah, even if you go to Mumbai, it's better than that. Probably not. But
I do want to caution though for all of you fueling trainers out there, those who are training to fuel, to make sure that you don't fuel so much that you cannot get out of bed like I did last night.
That's true. Yeah, you want to limit yourself to maybe just like one tasting menu at Haleo, not two.
Not two.
Follow-up question, Mr. Spoon. Are there any links above you would like to reference in terms of ambitious fueling you have completed within the training process?
The hot dish dash.
I don't know if I can eat a tater tot for a while.
Yeah.
I believe we'll take our next question from our video feed here. We will switch over now to the Real Marlins fan.
Hey Slackers, how you doing? It's Bill from High Volume Games here, and just before I ask my question, I want to first off say thank you. Ever since I saw the 5K video that you did earlier this year, and continued on through all this year's videos and going back in the past, I just want to say thanks, because you've reminded me that, running and Run Disney and all this, it's supposed to be fun, and because of that, my training runs and the races that I've done this year, I've just had a blast. And this has been the best year of running so far. And it really is because of following the Slacker videos. And, so I want to thank you for that. Now, my question is, I watched your video of the 2022 marathon, and it was 80 degrees. When I did the 2017 marathon, it was 29 degrees at the start, 35 by the end. So how do you pack for a Dopey? Because if you've ever been to Florida in January, it could be any type of weather. Rain, snow, heat. So I just want to know how you guys prepare and pack your suitcase for anything that can happen at Dopey.
So when it comes to packing clothes for racing in Florida is weird. Their weather is weird. You can actually look up and see the clouds and they're like racing by. You never know what's coming. It could be rain, it could be nice patches of fluffiness.
Are the clouds like a time lapse?
Yeah, it's like watching Survivor in real time.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Dude, I
Yeah.
voted off.
Yeah. Come on in, guys. So, You know, Mr. True Marlins fan, I think you may be missing the point in what to wear. It's you don't wear based on the weather, you based on external validation. So you have to pick out what costume or what apparel you're gonna get the most compliments on. And I know I've learned my lesson from like Princess 2022, link above, how I will not challenge Florida weather, but to prepare for things, you know, you gotta wear something that make you stand out above the crowd, you know.
Even if I got a shower.
Yeah. So mine is the only face you'll see along with everyone else that is.
Just stand out until you notice me.
Yeah.
Follow-up question, Mr. Spoon. I know you said that after your 2022 Princess experience that you would never challenge Florida weather again, but did you not immediately challenge Florida weather during the springtime 5K?
That is exactly right. The very next race after that, I wore the wooliest costume I've ever worn, link above, and I also did buffet before 5K. So was that smart? Probably not. And it was also gonna rain that night, but it didn't during the race.
I think the slackers know one thing, and that's fully committing to your costume. So if you want to prepare for the weather, bring extra parts that could work with your costume, and you can zig and zag with the weather. But if you are really committed to that look like J. Crow is with his jorts, then sometimes you just have to sit in a portalette for a while.
True story.
Yeah.
Wine and dine 10K.
Because it's cold.
You sat in
sometimes.
a porta potty for like 45 minutes.
While the wind just whipped around the rest of us.
We didn't see him. We needed him for body warmth.
One last follow-up question based on what Real Marlins fan asked. What are your thoughts and feelings that you have after hearing the kind words that this Marlin fan shared with you?
Yes, we are very grateful for that compliment, Mr. Marlins fan. I hope Jazz Chisholm Jr. bounces back and Sandy Alcantara is having a great season, but we truly do appreciate your words and thank you for watching and thank you for finding this channel by whatever means of Googling you did.
Or YouTube searching, which is also basically Google.
Yeah.
I have a question. Pick me.
Yes, you there with the Texas Tech University lanyard.
We have a question from a friend, just me and my running shoes.
Ooh.
They asked, "Dear slackers, how can we be as cool as you guys? Give me some advice."
Yeah, there are some secrets, but Miss Karen, we're going to shoot this question to the J. Crows. So the J. Crows, answer this question, please.
He is the wisest and oldest of the slackers.
He's the oldest.
And the greatest.
The mustache
And the
youngest.
mustachioest. And the sweatiest.
Greetings, viewers. Coming to you live from Closet Studios, the new and improved Closet Studios, where I've been hanging out lately. I've had some great questions come in, and I think I got the best one from viewer Just Me and My Running Shoes. Thanks for taking the time to submit the question. She wants to know, how can the viewers be as cool as the slackers? She wants advice on that. Two interpretations for that question. The first would be the Peanuts character Snoopy Joe Cool definition of that word. And when I think of the Fab Five, I have a hard time fitting any of us into that definition. So I'm going to go with the more obvious one on how do we keep cool when it's 105 degrees every day in Texas lately. Three solutions for you. Y'all will recognize these, Run Disney veterans. The cooling towel. Never pass these suckers up. Don't know what the threshold is, if it's 60 degrees or 65 or 70, but it switches from the Mylar blanket at the finish line to these, whatever that is. Always grab them because they're great to use later. Discovered these this summer, these athletic running hats. Not only keep you cool, keep the sweat out of your eyes, but if you dunk these bad boys into some ice cold water, it'll stay pretty cool for you for a little bit. So that's my number 2 way to stay as cool as the slackers. And then most importantly is fueling, right, for this channel. So fish food, endorsement implied, Vermont's finest meets Vermont's finest, in my opinion. So stock up on really any Ben & Jerry's flavor. Fish food, I'm particularly partial to. So I hope that answered your question. Stay cool out there, especially if you're running in this heat. It's no joke.
Well, thank you for that answer, Jay Crow, and thank you for being our Closet Studios correspondent today. We have time for a few more questions. Yes, can I take yes?
So I am asking a question on behalf of one of our youth correspondents, Mr. Aiden of Abilene, Texas. Just wondering, since Aiden is one of our truest and best fans of the channel, what advice do you have for this incredible young human about how to pursue a future running career at Disney?
I know Mr. Regular Aiden is a fan of SpiderMan, and yeah, and I'm unsure. True story. My middle finger on my right hand it hasn't been right since like a couple months. I think I injured it on the SpiderMan ride. Going like this a lot. I don't know if I did something, but
You may be hearing from us, Mr. Disney.
yeah, Chapek. So, but to pursue something like that, with great power comes great responsibility, and training, whether how hard you train or not, whether you train like us or you train like Peter Parker. Did he actually train, or did he just get
Just kind of fell into
he just
it.
got a bit by a spider?
I feel like that's how most of the slackers fell into running, though.
Yeah, he got bit by a spider.
by a spider.
Someone might get bit by the running bug. I don't know if that'll happen to you or not. But then, he also came across some good technology, and we could come across some good technology like running shoes. But we gotta find your Mr. Stark of running to get you purposed with your shoes and all of that wisdom to press forward in the running.
And convince your mom to take you on a trip with us.
Thank you.
All right, looks like we still have some more time left on this press conference. So do we have any other questions?
Mr. Jared, I have a question. Our friend Emma Hayes asks, will you be running the marathon in that incredible outfit?
Well, international correspondent and former client or current client, are you up in your dues? I don't know, link above.
I'll let you know.
So, that suit, I'm kind of going to contradict what I said. I could wear that for external validation. Am I going to bring that to the Disney place for any other post-race celebrations? Probably. Am I going to run in it? Maybe some version of it. I don't know. We still have several months away to figure out what I'm going to wear. It might be the week before I figure out what I'm going to wear.
It usually is.
Yeah.
Mr. Spoon, follow-up question. Is it not accurate that you have a rule for the slackers that once an outfit has appeared on camera, that we must shy away from wearing that outfit ever again? And that outfit indeed has appeared on camera.
Oh, yeah. It actually appeared on Disney Food Blog. So, it did, but I think variations of it can be okay. Yeah. Variations.
my word for it.
I can't just wear that same suit again. I could wear a variation of it.
That's true, he does allow that.
Okay, good.
It's a rigorous code.
Yes. How many times have I worn gold pants?
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we can't afford to have all new outfits all the time. We have to use pieces again.
We have no Patreon.
Or share among the slackers.
We don't have a Patreon. We're not monetized yet.
No.
Yet.
Or maybe, I don't know.
We're working on that.
Like, subscribe, and tell your mom.
Yeah, tell your mom, we can get sometimes there are ads in front of these videos. Am I getting money from it? Absolutely not.
Fuel and costume expensive.
No.
All right. Do you have another question?
Yes, Mr. Spoon, I have another question. This is from our friend Jay Pressa Runs, who is actually a very real runner. I mean, I guess we're real runners too, but he runs fast. You should go click something, find his page. He is wondering about fueling as well, but he's wondering specifically, what snacks will you be getting for the marathon finish line?
Ooh.
I have no problem getting to Epcot when it's open. I know some people have a problem of it not being open, like Kate, but sometimes you gotta reach that goal. I actually, during one wine and dine, I got to Epcot too early and it wasn't open. Les Hollis wasn't open. That was back when I was faster. But I think my ideal meal would be something from the Japan area. Maybe some rice and some salad, maybe some chicken katsu, little tempura, and maybe a little mochi and green tea. Carry that like a mile to the finish line. And, maybe they can pack it to me in a nice little bento box. And then
Mile carry. That's a long time to carry that much food.
Yeah, I'll probably have to go to the quick serve and say, hello, quick serve people. Here's my Hello Kitty bento box that is mobile. Please put food in here and I will carry it like a lunchbox.
They will say that is against our policy for food safety reasons.
Then I'll say, give me the food and then I'll put it in my Hello Kitty bento box.
What's the time anyway?
Have you ever considered finishing a race with chopsticks?
That's a good song on piano. But China is closer to the finish line. But I think that could be good also. Just get a bowl of kung pao chicken or orange chicken or something like that. Stick in egg rolls and chopsticks and just running through the finish line like this. Egg rolls on a stick.
But not the ones from Magic Kingdom. Let's be clear.
No.
Egg
Those,
rolls.
Do not call those egg rolls.
Pepperoni does not belong inside one of
We're
those
not
crackers.
monsters.
Yeah, I have finished a race with something from the China Pavilion. Link above.
Sort of finished.
It was all there in another form.
All right, a couple more questions?
We have one from the legendary Bill Stewart.
The legendary Bill Stewart.
The
You're
legendary
always
Bill
welcome.
Stewart.
I believe he submitted a video question.
All right, let's, yes, we're getting it queued up right now. So here is legendary Bill Stewart.
Heyo, slackers! I just finished a training run. Thanks for the opportunity to submit a question. So my question is, at the end of the marathon last year, my legs were cramping up and I couldn't do the jump that Mr. Spoon did at the end of the marathon. Not that I could do that anyway, but this year I'd like to maybe try. So what intermittent fueling snacks do I need to add to my marathon run this year? Whether it be more apple fritters, maybe even a donut. I definitely don't want to add more gels. I had about 10 gels last year and that was just one too many. So appreciate any of your expert advice and good luck training.
Thank you, Bill Stewart, for that question and for gracing us with your presence once again.
Yes, we are blessed every time we are graced with your presence, Mr. Bill Stewart. Great supporter of the channel and friends of the channel. But to address your question, I think that the answer has nothing to do with fueling, although I agree we ate too many honey stingers, and I think, just like I said before, we got to offset that with some salt. That's actually some actual
we really need salt.
Yeah.
In the marathon, please. 2 bananas, a lot. Pretzels, great.
It's that second banana during the marathon. I was like, I do not want to eat it, but I probably need to. So I went like this.
Gross, man.
I'm gonna the jump at the end of the marathon. Insert picture right here. That's probably one of my favorite finish line photos. But if anyone can do a jump that high and land on their feet and not collapse to the ground, it means one thing. I clearly did not run Dopey hard enough to be able to do that. So, Mr. Bill, I would have to say, just don't run as hard. Don't try as hard. Don't let your legs cramp up, because if you want to do that jump, just you're running and gunning and you're going well, just slow down. I gotta jump.
Save some for the end.
Yeah, save it for the very
Don't
end.
be like Dante. Save it for the end.
Yeah. Smile for the cameras. I know, Bill, I've seen some of your pictures. You do smile for the camera. You don't put your bib right over the transfer of the graphic like Dante. But, I believe in you, Bill, and I look forward to seeing your jump shot at the end of the marathon.
All right, do we have any more questions from the gallery?
We have one final question.
We have time for one final question before he needs to jet off to his next fueling opportunity.
Mr. Jarrett, who is your favorite slacker and why? And before you answer, let me add some extra information in here. It's okay if it's not your wife. It's also okay if it's not your sibling. It's also okay if your favorite slacker is not your best friend that you've only hugged once in your entire friendship. And it is okay if it's the slacker that you only met a few years ago that also got you a Figment popcorn bucket. With all of that information, who is your favorite slacker?
You know, I have to go back to a wise person, and you did set up that question very well. Figment is right behind me, right here. You can't really tell because you see a fake background. But there's a wise woman once said, "I love me." Her name is Haley Steinfeld, and is she a singer? I don't know. She was in Pitch Perfect 2 and 3 maybe. Was she in some Western movie that I've never seen? You know, just so I don't hurt my feelings, you know. Well, there's the slackers are more than us.
What?
She was in. She played Emily.
Oh.
I like her. She's
She's also a
a
singer.
good actress, and she loves herself.
Yeah. So you must love yourself to love others.
That was a beautiful, beautiful statement about the importance of loving yourself as you go about your Dopey training, not Coach Jar. I'm wondering if there is one last inspirational thought, quote, you can share with us and with your literal dozens of viewers watching this video, wrapped, excited that Dopey Training for Slackers has begun. What is just one pearl of wisdom you can share that we can put on a bracelet, maybe inscribe on our shoes, wear on a t-shirt? What would that be, sir?
Well, I think anything that you can look on your bracelet and wrist is good to inspire you. And what I like to look at on my wrist to inspire me is my time. And that's going to inspire me to either go slower or go faster, or how far I am from lunch. So that's going to be something that is always ever changing, because something can be on my wrist and it can say, you can eat soft things. But if I look at my wrist and say, you're an hour and a half in front of the balloon ladies, if that ever happens, that's great. But if it's like I'm only a minute in front of the balloon ladies, that means a Powerade is coming soon.
Is anything possible, Jar Oxen Spoon?
You know, some things you gotta look at realistically. And like, am I ever gonna qualify for Boston? Absolutely not. Don't want to. Absolutely not. But there are some realistic goals that you can make, but you can make some unexpected fun goals. You can have fun beyond your wildest imaginations.
Wildest dreams are. You can cut that out.
I don't know what song that is.
That is Taylor Swift.
I love that. Have fun.
Have
Beyond
fun.
their wildest dreams.
Yeah, so that's what we're here for. This is maybe one of the only Dopey Training for Slackers videos where there's not actual running in it. So,
I mean, or the perception of running.
yeah. Did I run this morning? No. Did you run this morning?
No, I couldn't get out of bed because I ate too much the day before.
Well, so I think that's a good conclusion for this. I gotta go run off and see what I'm gonna have for lunch. But thank you all for your time. Thank you all for your wisdom and thinking I have something good to say, which I don't.
Thank you to our press corps for being here today and for keeping it all civil. I did not have to ban either of you today, so that's a win in my book.
Next time.
Next time might be a brawl in the press corps.
This is a great big announcement. Big, huge.
So if you're still watching this over 30-minute video, I truly thank you.
I mean, it might end up being 30.
Probably not.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Oh, that's true.
The big announcement.
That's the big announcement.
yeah, so until then, like, subscribe, tell your mom about this.